Hello, this is Jessa Wild. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for dropping in. This is a health and healing pick a deck card reading. I have gone ahead and cleansed the decks and shuffled the decks. We have three groups here. The first group we have is the Modern Witch Tarot tarot deck, along with the Rebecca Fairchild, I apologize, that's not right. This is the Alana Fairchild Sacred Rebels Oracle deck with the Hematite Stone. Group 2, we have the Light Seers Tarot deck by Chris Ann with the Wild Offering Oracle deck by Tosh Silver and the Blue Lace Agate. And then the third group, we have the original Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot deck with the optical calcite, also known as the Iceland Spar stone on top, with the Rebecca Campbell's Work Your Light Oracle deck. So if you want to, please just take a moment to take a breath and tap into your intuition. Sit with the decks for a second and choose which deck you feel most drawn to, most guided towards. You can pause this video if you'd like. I'm going to go ahead and say a prayer before we start the reading, and then we will jump right in. The readings will be time-stamped in the description box below. Holy Spirit, angel messengers, my spirit guides, high vibrational ancestors, and ascended masters, thank you so much for this time that I get to spend sharing these health and healing messages. Please use me to deliver clear, accurate, and specific messages. Please deliver this video to every person who needs to see it, and may it be received with an open heart and mind as an offering of love, and may it be a blessing to their lives. Thank you so much for this time. Thank you so much for these messages. Thank you. Amen. Okay, let's go ahead and jump right into your reading. Hello, Group 1. Welcome to your health and healing reading. You have chosen the Modern Witch Tarot deck with the Sacred Rebels Oracle deck and the Hematite Stone. This Hematite Stone is for grounding and manifestation. It's a protective stone. It's meant to remove self-limitation, and it aids in expansion. It's psychologically strengthening. It's meant to boost self-esteem and survivability. It enhances willpower and reliability. It imparts confidence. It treats any form of overindulgence. And it helps to quit smoking. This is what the stone is known for and used for in like chakra healing. So you may or may not have known that. And you may be feeling, as I was reading through that, all the benefits of this stone, it may have resonated with you. So we'll see if any of those messages come through in terms of needing psychological healing and strengthening self-esteem and just removing self-limitations or needing protection in your health. We'll see if any of that comes through in this reading. But let's go ahead and get started. We're going to pull 6 cards. We'll do a card for your mental health, a card for your physical health, a card for your emotional health, and we'll get clarifying cards for each one of those, and then we'll close with a final message from the Sacred Rebels Oracle deck. So let's go ahead and jump right into this reading. Holy Spirit, angel messengers, my spirit guides, high vibrational ancestors, thank you so much for the messages. We have to start for your mental health. Also, by the way, I do not take reversals unless I feel very strongly led to take a card in reverse, which is why I just turned this card over. I do occasionally, if I feel very, very strongly led to take them in reverse, I will. That may change in the future, but for now, we're going to just read them. I'll read them in the upright for you. So for mental health, we have the Seven of Pentacles covered by the Three of Pentacles. Can I please get a card for Group 1's emotional health and healing? Can you please give me a card for Group 1's emotional health and healing? Can you please give me a card regarding Group 1's emotional health and healing? Can you please give me a card for Group 1's emotional health and healing? Thank you so much. What does Group 1 need to know about their emotional health? Any advice? Any advice that you may have for Group 1? Their emotional health. Any messages? Thank you so much. There's a lot of cards here. I'll just go over them. I will take that King of Wands in reverse. I'll just quickly breeze through them and then I'll put them back in and we'll see if they come back up again. At foundational, we have the Seven of Wands, possibly feeling like you're needing to defend yourself, defend your position. We have the King of Cups, which is a beautiful card of love and wisdom. We have the Two of Wands, possibly feeling a bit stuck and having a bunch of questions, maybe stuck in your head a bit or stuck in your heart a bit. The Five of Wands is about competition. You may be feeling like there's a bit of turmoil internally in your emotional world. The King of Wands in reverse is just, the King of Wands in the upright is about being very active, very active, going for what you want kind of energy. With this card in reverse, it could be read as the opposite, just feeling very inactive, feeling like stagnant energy emotionally. The Strength card could be calling you to need to face your fears and have courage in your world, in your emotional life. And then the Nine of Swords is just this nightmare card about not being able to sleep at night, being up in your head, being worrying and fretting about things, and just depressed and full of angst. So again, these are a bunch of cards that came up. I did want to just quickly go through them with you. We'll see if they come up again, but I won't take them right now because because I would like to have a more clear and specific reading for you. Can I please? Okay, that card almost came out. I don't know what it was. Can I please get a message for Group 1 about their health and healing, for their emotions? Please get a card for Group 1 about their health and healing as it relates to their emotional world and their emotional life. Thank you so much. We have the Magician. I'm just feeling led to look at the bottom of the deck here. We have the Page of Swords, which I'll pull. Can we please have a card for Group 1 about their physical body, health and healing messages for Group 1 about their physical body? What messages do you have for Group 1 about their physical body? Thank you so much for these beautiful healing messages. Thank you so much. We have the Temperance card. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and read through these cards, and then we'll pull advice cards and clarification cards as we go through each at each place. What we know, of course, is that we are not separate. each of these compartments are not separate, right? Each part of ourselves are not separate from one another. They are symbiotic. They work together, and I read them separately because sometimes we could have something that's really affecting us, mentally, and we'll find the link is also affecting our physical body and our physical health, or vice versa. So I separate them out in this way so that we can kind of parse through what we may need to pay attention to. And I say we because I am a part of this collective as well, although I'm reading for group 1, of course. So starting first with your mental health and psychological health, the things that you're thinking about, what's on your mind, what's occupying your time. And it looks to me like work is really on your mind. Work, finances, money. It looks like you're honing some kind of skill, or you've made an investment in your work and you're reassessing it right now. You're looking to see what you need to do to see your pentacles grow, to see your pentacles representing your money, your finances, your career. Here this woman is looking at this plant and she's like, does it need to be repotted in a bigger pot? Do I need to check the soil? Is the soil too dry? Is it too wet? Is there mold going on? Are there bugs that are affecting the growth of this plant? Like, what's happening? It's this card about reassessing, just taking a look at what's in front of you. You're seeing your pentacles grow. You're seeing your money grow. It may not be growing as fast as you want it to, but it's there working for you. And it could be your career, it could be money, it could be business, something like that, that might be preoccupying your mind. And also working at honing your skills, and doing a great job, being noticed for your talents. But this is very rooted, grounded earth energy, very focused on business and on your money right now. And of course, it makes sense with the pandemic going on, with the stimulus checks just going out. This is a timeless reading, but I'm filming this on March 24th of 2021. So it makes sense that this is heavily on everyone's mind right now. Let's go ahead and get a clarifying. Well, actually, I'm going to wait. Let's first move forward, and we'll get clarifying cards to see how these link together once I kind of go through. For your emotional state right now, we have the Magician. It looks like you're feeling really good. I mean, you're thinking about your work and you're thinking about what you're creating, what you're working on, what you're doing. And we have the Magician card here, which is all about making magic. Like, you have the tools in front of you, you're creating something, you're feeling passionate about something, you are excited to move forward, you have everything that you need to make things happen, to be the alchemist, to create anything that you want, and you're excited about that. And this is what's covering it is the Page of Swords, which is very excited, enthusiastic, young energy that is because this is your emotional state that we're talking about, the swords can tend to be very cutting. And I'm wondering if you're not giving yourself enough, if you're not loving on yourself enough, if you're being a little bit icy when it comes to how you're feeling about your talents and your skills. Because although you do have these talents and skills, you may not be trusting it. You might be feeling a bit, maybe you're feeling like things aren't moving quickly enough for you, or you want things to move faster for you, and you're feeling very in your head, very detached emotionally from your work because you're thinking about it so much that the love behind this, the passion is there. You're feeling the passion, but it's just feeling a bit detached and a bit cool. And we'll get clarifying cards and we'll see how this all comes together in a moment. We have the Temperance card in the position of your physical outer body health, right? The Temperance card is a beautiful card about balance. It's a card of alchemy, turning water into wine. It's a card, I always think of it kind of as a bartender who knows exactly how to take these all kinds of crazy different ingredients and make it into this amazing, delicious cocktail. You can see this, yes, turning water into wine, but also balancing, right? There's 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on the ground. Very, very in line and balanced. This is such great energy to have in your physical body, to feel balanced, to feel aligned. This could be where you're at right now. This could be advice that you need to balance your body a bit more, but I'm getting more of a sense that this is actually where you're at, that you are protected, that your body is in balance, that you're feeling really good and completely healthy and confident and capable within your body, and very aware of your body and where your body's at. This is, of course, just how do I word this? This is just something to take note of. This may or may not resonate with you, and this, of course, is not any kind of health physical advice at all. You need to see a professional if you're having any kind of ailments. That is something that I want to be very clear about. This is just for pure indulging our intuition, right? Indulging our indulging this practice of intuition and trusting our higher selves and tapping into the divine. That's what this work is about. So when I talk about the physical body, the emotional body, the psychological body, take it as it resonates, and know that this is about getting hunches, trusting your hunches, trusting your instincts. So I want to be very clear about that as I move forward. Let's go ahead and get a clarifying card. Let's see how these cards all link up together. Can you please clarify how the psychological state of group 1 is connected to physical and emotional body? Can you please give us a clarifying card for group 1 in regards to psychological health? Can you please give us a clarifying card for group 1 as regards to the psychological health, please? Thank you so much. Okay, so we have the 9 of Cups, the Ace of Swords, the 7 of Cups, the 8 of Cups, and the 2 of Swords. Okay. I'm going to pull clarifiers for each one, and then we'll go through all of it. Can I please have a clarifying card for the emotional state of group 1? Can you please clarify the Magician and the Page of Swords, the emotional state for group 1? Thank you so much. What do we have here? We have the Knight of Pentacles and the 6 of Pentacles. Can you please clarify the Temperance card in the physical body? Can you please clarify the Temperance card in the physical body? How does it relate to the physical and emotional body? Can you please clarify the Temperance card? Thank you so very much. I felt like that one wants to come out. Okay. We have the Chariot. Two major arcana. I mean, really, we have three major arcanas, two major arcanas in your physical body, looking really good, looking really beautiful. Okay, let me just take this in just for 1 second. So what I'm seeing here is that you are very much in your head. I mean, that's the first that seems very obvious just in the amount of cards that came out to clarify the situation. And it can also be seen in your emotional body as well. I mean, here, swords are all about communication, all about being in your head, all about the mental thoughts. And that was covering your passionate creativity and, you know, zest to create. It's like being in your head and being a bit, you know, anxious to get things going. And so it's like detaching from this passionate thing because the swords are going back into your head, you know. And then we have, to clarify that even further, we have two more pentacles, which you have in your psychological mental health state right here, right? We have these two very strong earth energy pentacles that you're thinking about your money, and then it just seems very reflective here as well, sitting in your emotional body too. So I'm seeing this very strong connection between how you're feeling and what you're feeling and what you're thinking right now, and it looks very tied into your career, your business, your finances. The Knight of Pentacles is about like slow moving energy. You may be feeling like your business is not moving fast enough. Or your career isn't moving fast enough. Your money's not coming in fast enough. It's slow and steady. It's there. It's very a good grounded earth energy, but it's a super slow moving energy. And you might be feeling like you're in a position where you how do I word this? It's like you may be feeling like you need a handout, or you're concerned that you might have to ask for money. And it's like these are the things that are on your mind. It's like even though you're really passionate and you're creative and all this stuff, it's almost like this other energy is blocking this beautiful emotion from sort of shining through, because there seems to be some emotional, you know, ties to what you're thinking about. Like I said before, all of this is connected. So when we're looking at what you're thinking about here, we have, oh, I'm just realizing that this hematite stone is touching the Seven of Pentacles. And I just feel like it's like almost protection over your mental health. It's like you're overthinking. I mean, we have the Knight of Cups here, which is a beautiful card of emotions. Like I would love to see this card here, right? Seeing it here, it's this, you know, thinking about being, you know, satisfied in your work, thinking that you're possibly, because cups are about emotions and, you know, your emotional body and love, you may be thinking that like you're really in an emotionally good place, and you know that's mirrored here with this really positive magician energy. And so you're thinking like, yeah, like I'm in a really great place, but you might not be realizing how much your thoughts about work are affecting your emotional body. And we have this Ace of Swords. It's like there's this it's like there's this new idea, new communication, something's coming in. Maybe you've received some new information that's got you thinking and reassessing the work that you're doing. And this new insight or communication or new offer is your head's in the clouds, literally. It's like you might have too many decisions, too much stuff on your plate. It's like you need to make a choice. You need to focus on one thing, but there's so much going on in your head. I feel like it's because of whatever this information is, this new idea, this new insight that has you in your head thinking about work. It could be, something that you've learned at work. Maybe there's a new job opening available. Maybe there's, an opportunity to leave to go to a new place. Something to do with your work. Maybe you want to, strike out on your own and go be an entrepreneur and like work this skill that people are noticing you for. And so you've really gotten your head about it, but you're feeling really good. Emotionally, you're thinking that you're feeling really great, but like, because it's exciting, but here it's all tying back to your thoughts. And it's like you need to, what's covering all of it is that you need to make a decision, but also it's saying that you have to walk away from something. This card, the Eight of Cups, is also about timing. It could be one full moon cycle, which would be 1 month. So that's a timing card, so that might play into it. But it's like, I feel like with the Seven of Cups and the Eight of Cups right next to it, gosh, we have these cups in your psychological space, which is very interesting. It's like you're thinking about your emotions. But it's almost like you're wanting or needing to walk away from your head being in the clouds. It's like you want to walk away from feeling this way, feeling like you're a bit scattered. Like you want to start living in this energy. There's a decision to be made based on this new information that's come in. It's like, yeah, definitely a decision, especially because we have, again, these Seven of Cups, so much happening here, and you contemplating what's going on, and this is occupying so much of your time. And, maybe you're wondering if you are satisfied. Like, am I satisfied where I'm at? Like, I think I'm good. I think I'm satisfied, but I'm, and you might be feeling satisfied, but it's like you're questioning it. And you're detached from your work because you're questioning what's happening over here. And you're wondering if you need, it's like you want to walk away from all the decisions. You want the decision to be very clear, clearly made to you. And you are able to do that. You just need to remove this blindfold, like put the swords down, remove the blindfold, and make a decision. You're in this stagnant energy, both here in the Seven of Pentacles and here in the Two of Swords. You're very much in this stagnant energy where you're trying to like reassess everything. And in the process, you're feeling like detached from the work because there's so much happening, detached from your passions related to work because there's so much happening in your mental state. Yeah, this is interesting that it's, all this earth energy, I feel, is very connected to your mental health. And I your business as well. It's like you're too focused on work because there's some kind of decision that needs to be made and it's affecting your emotions. But physically, your physical body is good. It's like you're raring to go. You're physically like ready to, you're feeling balanced. I mean, these are both two cards of balance. This is balancing two opposing forces and, powerfully moving ahead. This is being guarded and protected by your angels. And here we have again this like hematite stone, which is a representation of protection. I feel as though it's almost like you need to take a mental health day to rest and to clarify what next steps you need to take, because it's affecting your physical, it's affecting your emotional life and your emotional body. It's taking a toll. And I also feel like you think you're fine. Like you think, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. But I'm getting this very like drained, low energy here. So you might just be very tired, and there could be some emotional concerns tied into money, because that happens, doesn't it? We can allow the material world to affect our inner world. Let's go ahead and pull an oracle card for you. I do hope that this message resonated with you. Let's see if we can get a final message, please, for group one's health and healing. Can you please give us a final message for group one's health and healing? Thank you so much. We have softly, softly, the tender touch. What a beautiful card. I'm actually going to read directly from the Sacred Rebels deck, just so I get the full message across to you as it's meant to be. You give me 1 second to find it. The feminine wisdom of gentleness can assist you now. When we are at a point in life where we want to attain greater things, but don't necessarily have a proportionally greater supply of energy at our disposal, it is time to work smarter rather than harder. This is the way of feminine wisdom. However, a cultural ignorance of the feminine way currently prevails. We are generally taught that the more force we use, the more we try to make things happen, the more we will achieve. The feminine way is not about force, nor is it about driving, striving, pushing, or grabbing at what we can in order to create. It is about inviting what we wish for to come into the space we have provided for it, internally and in our lives. This method cultivates more energy, causes less stress, and attracts what is desired. It is manifestation by invitation rather than by will or force. There's a lot that's being said here, multiple pages, and I want to get to the heart of this card. And it's so interesting because I was saying that very thing about needing to tap into, about how your thinking is affecting your emotional body. And I don't feel like you're recognizing that, right? And even though this is a health and healing reading, it's incredible how tied in it is to work. Even this card, this final card, softly, softly, the tender touch, about, striving to attain a greater supply of things. But your emotional energy is disproportionate. And it's time to work smarter rather than harder. it goes on to say in this book, it says, this oracle also comes with a special message that you have been working very, very hard. You have learned much and accomplished much, but it is now time to change your approach. Let go of any force in your approach to creation now. Everything serves a purpose, and learning the benefits and limitations of the more forceful way of manifestation through effort and willpower was a useful lesson. However, if you were to continue with that approach, it would stop working for you, because you are now beginning to create on a far grander scale that is beyond what an individual can manifest through willpower alone. You are individually creating through your healing and art, but also contributing globally to new consciousness through your own spiritual growth. Isn't that interesting? You need to heal so that you can help the world to heal. Taking that into consideration, when this card is talking about manifesting into your life and doing it through thinking and doing it through willpower and being detached from the emotional aspect of it, emotional part of manifestation that often goes unnoticed, where this work isn't done. And looking at this card and just getting an intuitive hit from this card, it's about trusting your higher self, your higher intuition, to sink down into your emotional body and quiet your mind and be gentle with yourself. Because physically you are feeling like, okay, I'm ready to power through. I'm ready to do all this stuff. My mind's super, super, super active. I have so much stuff going on in my head. And then there's this like disconnect here. Like this Page of Swords is like cutting the emotion. And there's no cups here at all in your emotional body. I want to get another oracle card for you for this. Can I please have one more oracle card for group 1 about their emotional healing and health? Can I please have one more card as it relates to their emotional healing and health? Thank you so much. Or even a card that is just a final message, just to bring this reading to a close. Can I have one more card, please? What would you like to close this reading on for group 1? Can you please have one more final message? Thank you so much. Can you please have one more final message? Okay, for clarity, specificity, and clarity. Can you please bring this message to a close with one final message? Thank you so very much. I'd like to get a jumper card. I do prefer that, but if not, I will take intuitively pull a card. Can I please have one more message for group 1? Please have one more message for group 1. Thank you so very much. Holy Spirit, angel messengers, spirit guides, pull this card here. Wow. I can't tell you how many times this card just wants to come out of this deck. I have probably pulled this card out of this deck in the last 2 weeks. Oh, I can't tell you how many times. Releasing allegiances. I'm sensing that this is about holding on to yourself. This is about loving yourself. This is about quieting your mind. This is about releasing any kind of expectations, mental expectations that you have of yourself, of making any sort of decisions in a certain amount of time. There is a decision that needs to be made, but you might be not getting clarity on that decision because you're not taking care of your emotional body and yourself. This is just about freeing yourself from any kind of pressure that you're mentally putting on yourself so that you can take a breath, you can tap into your emotions, that you can gain psychic insight, intuition, and that will give you clear sight. When you take the steps to hold on to yourself, to take care of yourself, to love on yourself for a bit and really tap into your emotions, you will get like psychic intuitive hits that will give you clarity, that will help you make a decision about what's happening in your mind, whatever's on your mind. If it is, and you very well could be about work and money and finances, it could be about something else entirely. But whatever's on your mind, if you just allow yourself to just step back and tap into your emotions, you'll find that you'll have so much balance, the balance that you're feeling in your physical body, you'll begin to feel in your mind and in your emotions as well. And it'll really bring true balance between these three elements, these three parts of yourself. I do hope that you liked this video. I hope that it resonated with you in some way. If you did like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, comment below, and share it with friends. Also, if you'd like to see more of my content, please subscribe and hit that notification bell for my most recent videos. Also, you can follow me on Instagram for daily mindful messages, and I also pull a card for love. The link for all of that is in the description box below. Group 1, I hope that you have a beautiful and abundant day. Best of luck in your health and healing. Thank you so much for staying and for watching this to the end. I so appreciate you. Thank you. Hello, Group 2. Welcome to your health and healing pick a deck reading. You have chosen the Light Seers Tarot deck by Chris Ann and the Wild Offering Oracle deck by Tosh Silver. Sitting on top, we have the blue lace agate. The blue lace agate is a stone that's often used for clarity, confidence, communication. It can counteract feelings of suppression that stem from being judged or rejected. So you may or may not resonate with that, but perhaps you do right now, and this stone may be in and of itself a message to you. We'll see if anything related like that comes up in the cards, though. Let's go ahead and jump right into the cards. We'll start with the Light Seers Tarot deck. It'll be a 6-card spread, possibly with some clarifiers. So what we'll be doing is I'll lay down a card for your mental health, your emotional health, and then your physical health, and we'll get clarifying cards after that, and we'll see how all of it is connected and relating to one another. Holy Spirit, angel messengers, my spirit guides and high vibrational ancestors and ascended masters, thank you so much. Please give us clear messages. We have the King of Swords for your mental health. What does Group 2 need to know about their emotional health and well-being right now? What healing messages do you have for Group 2? their emotional health. Whoa, okay. The Six of Cups. Nice. What messages do you have for group 2 for their health and well-being? What healing messages do you have for group 2 for their physical health and well-being? Thank you so much. Okay, we have the Fool card, or sorry, the Page of Swords. I'm just taking these cards in. Can you please clarify the King of Swords? Can you please clarify the King of Swords for group 2's mental health? Can you please clarify the King of Swords for group 2's mental health? Okay, wow. We have the Five of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, the Two of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and the Nine of Swords. Okay, a lot going on here. And it makes sense because the King of Swords is, swords are about communication. It's about ideas. It's about certainly thinking, anything to do with your communication, your mind, your thoughts, new ideas. The King of Swords is usually a master of, represents a master of psychology and communication. There's a lot happening in your mental world. And isn't that the way, though? I mean, we're always, it's hard to quiet our minds sometimes, isn't it? Let me go ahead and get clarifying cards for your emotional health and your physical health, and then I'll look at it and see how everything's connected, okay? Can I please have a clarifying card for the Six of Cups for group 2? Can you please give me a clarifying card, Six of Cups, group 2's emotional health? Okay. Excuse me. We have the Eight of Wands, the Five of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, and the World. Can you please clarify Page of Swords for me? Thank you so much. We have the Ace of Wands and the Five of Swords. Okay. Physical health. Give me one moment to take in these cards and look over everything. I mean, yeah, okay. Starting with your mental health. It looks at what's been occupying your time right now. You've really, really been in your head, probably overthinking something, overanalyzing something. There was the Knight of Swords represents, and I mean, there's so much sword energy right from the top. And again, swords are about, we have the King of Swords, the Nine of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the Two of Swords. This is all, telling me that you've been in your head about something, you're mulling something over, you're probably overthinking something. You're with this Knight of Swords cards, almost showing me that you're like tormenting yourself about whatever thoughts are going on. This is a card of nightmares, of depression. Um, it's it's really eating away at you. It's like something that you want to, like, I was just going to say something that you want to run away from. You want to have the answers, but you're not seeing clearly where you're at. Whatever's happening in your mind right now, it's like you don't have a clear understanding. And because you don't understand what's going on, this could have to do with either you may be thinking about a loss. There's some kind of loss that looks like you've been thinking about, and it's really troubling you. And it could have to do with your family, could have to do with your money or your career. And it's like you're tormenting yourself and you want to run away. You're not sure which direction to go because of this loss that you've experienced. And you're here in your emotions thinking about the past, thinking about better days. It makes me feel like these two cards, this Ten of Pentacles and the Six of Cups, are connected here. You know, it's like almost like your emotions are longing for these beautiful, happy days where things were abundant and beautiful and loving, and the people that you loved were surrounding you. And now it's like you feel lost. You don't know what's up from down. You don't know who's around you. You want to escape that feeling, of the thoughts in your head that are just tormenting you. This feeling, these thoughts of being lost, these thoughts of confusion, the confusion that you have, the nightmares that are keeping you up, these negative, this stinking thinking that's, causing you depression and causing you to think about the past and long for the past. The World card is a beautiful card. It talks about being whole, and there's closure here. So I feel like you felt whole and complete in the past. When you're with the people that you love, when you're surrounded by your friends and family, you feel complete. And when you're in your head and you allow your thoughts to sort of take over, you get into this Nine of Swords energy. You're being called to be the King of Swords, though, and the King of Swords is the master of his thoughts, male or female. His thoughts, the master of communication. And it's like either you, with the Five of Cups sitting on top of all of this, and then the King of Cups as the foundational card, it's like you're learning how to be the King of Swords. And I almost get this like day and night kind of energy. It's like during the day, you're good, you're fine, you're mastering your thoughts, you're mastering your communication, you're being eloquent, you're presenting yourself as being calm, cool, collected. But then at night, it's like you're up at night, you're tormenting yourself. You're focused on the loss and not on you're focused on the loss and what you could potentially lose and not on what you currently have. It's like you're too in your head about something and there's confusion. And as it sits with your emotions here, I feel like you may be spending too much time alone. I feel like you're good when you're around other people and when you're working on your skills, when you're working at the things that you love, whether that's actually at work or if it's working on a project or being creative. When it's honing those skills, when it's putting yourself in a place of active competition where you're actively trying to pursue your goals and work towards something and potentially compete with other people, but like in a good positive kind of way. Like this is energy that I'm picking up that's positive. Like you're intentionally trying to be in the mix, trying to compete with others. You're okay with other people with that competition because you're mastering your skill and you enjoy being around these other people and you get like this really high energy emotionally from being active and putting your plans into action, using your skills and putting those skills into action and being passionate about it. It's like that's when you feel really great emotionally. But if you allow yourself to get too caught up in your thoughts at night, I feel, yeah, very much. I feel like it sort of sneaks in at night. And if you're ruminating on negative thoughts, and you're going down that rabbit hole, it's like it makes you want to run, it makes you want to escape, and it gets you in this place of confusion because you're focusing on something that was lost. And it could be that the loss was the Ten of Pentacles. Family, friend, possibly financial stability. That was lost here. And it's like, I feel like this is calling you almost to remember the good times. Instead of focusing on the lost, remembering the good times makes you feel good, and getting out there makes you feel good, and getting out there with other people helps. Putting your work out there, working with what you have right now currently, and not living in this energy of focusing on what was. It's now time to heal yourself emotionally by working on your craft and getting involved in your work and networking and getting with like-minded people so that you can build yourself back up again. Looking at your physical body right now, it's interesting because it's like you're yeah. You have the energy and the knowledge and the physical ability. I mean, look at this Page of Swords. Like easily, not even looking, having that balance and that grace to cross over this tight wire or whatever it's called, right? This tightrope, and perfectly, looking at their work, researching, completely capable, completely balanced, have all those beautiful ideas happening, and young. Pages are young energies. So in terms of your physical body, it's like your physical body is good, it's healthy, it's ready, it's ready for you to use it to, in whatever capacity, to pursue these goals. And the Ace of Wands is all about action. It's all about this passionate new beginnings. In terms of your body, it's like you have the fire in your belly. You have this like fire that is there to be used as fuel to fuel this young energy. You could literally have a fire in your belly. So maybe when I'm saying that, maybe if you're eating too many spicy foods, or acidic foods like coffee, or maybe there's some acid reflux there, so be conscious of that. But in general, I feel like this side is almost referring to the physical, emotional, and mental side of things, because Five of Swords is again about your mind and about getting too much in your head. And it's like, if you're getting too much in your head, you're blocking yourself from being balanced. You're blocking this energy from happening. You're blocking these passionate fuel, whatever wants to fuel your work. It's like your thoughts are preventing your physical body from being as healthy and productive and supportive to you in your goals as it could be, because it's like this, your thinking is preventing you from moving forward. This kind of stinking thinking is preventing you from moving forward in life. It's like you're being called to master, to be the King of Swords. You're being called to be the King of Swords, to master your thoughts, to master your emotions. Like, you might be portraying this during the day, but it's about being able to be this king at night as well. Can you please clarify the Ten of Pentacles for me? Can you please clarify the Ten of Pentacles for me in the psychological, mental health area? Can you please clarify the Ten of Pentacles for me? Oh, I was wondering. Queen of Swords and the Star. Okay. So we have our match here, right? Our King and Queen of Swords. These are wonderful energies about being able to harness mental thoughts, to be disciplined with mental thoughts, very intelligent, wise, wonderful communicators. They don't communicate everything. They know when to communicate and when not to communicate. They're very eloquent. They can be sharp with their tongues at times when they're not, if they're in that shadow energy, they can be very cutting at times. But as it relates to your mental health, it's about finding mastery. This is here to clarify the Ten of Pentacles. Queens are mother energy. Even though the Queen of Swords can seem icy, can come across as icy, it's still a mothering, nurturing energy. I feel like she's here to say that it's time to start mothering yourself a bit, mentally, nurturing your mind. I'm getting this image of, a mother sort of singing a lullaby to her child. It's like this Queen of Swords singing this beautiful, sweet song over your mind, over, putting your mind to rest, putting your mind to bed for a while so that it can go to sleep. It can, yeah, oh my gosh, yeah, because we have the Nine of Swords here. It's like the Queen of Swords is trying to sing your mind to rest, to peace, trying to ease this right here. Because it's time to mother yourself. And the Star card comes after a time of difficulty. The Star card comes in the Major Arcana after, being enslaved to something, after having a huge, abrupt change in your life, a huge tower moment where everything comes crumbling down. Then all of a sudden you get the Star card, which is about hope and renewal and replenishment and hoping for the future and being. It's this beautiful card of healing, really. And for these two cards to come out, it's like it's time to allow yourself to calm your mind, calm your thoughts, receive those sweet lullabies of rest from this Queen of Swords. Maybe put in some meditation music. And while you're sleeping, put on some kind of music that's very comforting to you and fall asleep to that if you can. Or, do some kind of meditation before you go to bed and focus your energy on this. It's like the Queen is focusing, how I pulled it out, right? The Queen is focusing on the star, focusing on the hope, focusing on this bright new day, not focusing on what was lost. Focusing on this. And allowing yourself to rest your mind, it will help heal whatever loss you had that's connected to these 10 of Pentacles. And it'll help you with this hope card, the Star card here. I'm actually going to do this. It will help you get to this place. I mean, even with the colors, right? I mean, it'll help you get to this place of action, getting around new people, hoping for something new, using the energy to fuel your body in a positive way, and removing this Five of Swords energy of, the Five of Swords is also about like an empty victory. It's like your mind's getting the best of you. And it is an empty victory because it's preventing yourself from moving forward with balance. Let's go ahead and pull an oracle card from Tosh Silver's The Wild Offering. Can you please give Group 2 a healing message? What healing final message do you have for Group 2? Thank you so much. Okay, we have a couple here. Loneliness, gratitude, positivity. Okay, well, loneliness. When you stop fearing your aloneness, you stop settling for less than you deserve. May I embrace and love my solitude. And that's when kindred spirits can finally come. Wow. How appropriate, right? This energy of being alone at night, having, depressed, dark feelings and thoughts because of feeling like you've lost something that you've loved, and so you're feeling alone. And this call to embrace and love those quiet times. And that's when kindred spirits can finally come. And what was I saying is that you're wanting to be around other people, like you are reminiscing about the past and the good times. And you know, this Queen of Swords is here to help you with that, to help this healing process. And hope, the Star card, is here to help you with that. Star card is a sign of Aquarius. So you may be an Aquarian. You may not. You don't have to be, but just throwing it out there. And the next card we have is gratitude. Find just one thing that you feel grateful for right now and let that gratitude pour through your body. It's a healing balm like the warmth of the sun. I'm going to put this on top of the Five of Swords. Having gratitude will help pull you out of this dark, ruminating, stinking thinking thoughts, right? We want to move away from those thoughts, move away from ruminating on the things that aren't serving us. And by finding, like this says, one thing to be grateful for, even if that's a clean glass of water that you get to drink, or if it's, you know, whatever that is for you, you know, having a job to go to, or if it's being able to, you know, have clean clothes, or just clothes in general. I mean, if you're in this dark spot, maybe you haven't done laundry in a minute, but you have clothes, right? You have shelter, you have something over your head, whatever that is for you, whatever it is that you have, there's something that you can be grateful for. A kind smile, and finding that thing will help you, because I found in my life that when I find one thing to be grateful for, then I find another thing to be grateful for. And then I'm like, oh, I'm grateful for that too. I'm grateful for that too. And it's just like this cycle. It just continues and continues and continues. This snowball of gratitude. But until we focus on that doesn't happen. It's something you have to consciously do. It's active energy. Positivity. And we have 4 cards here, which I didn't realize. We have solitude here as well, which is, you know, so positivity. If you can find even one thing to be grateful for, what? If you can find even one thing to be grateful for, it will restore you to the light. Please, dear God, let me always feel gratitude for something, even a tiny thing, in even the hardest situations. Wow. Oh my goodness. Yeah. It's time. Let's put this over here next to this 9 of Swords. Right? Finding hope. Yeah. Lastly, we have solitude. Once you embrace the inner divine and your own sacred solitude, the right people arrive at the right time, exactly on schedule, without forcing or chasing. What? It's the same message, isn't it? Once you embrace the inner divine, your own sacred solitude, the right people arrive at the right time, exactly on schedule, without forcing or chasing. Oh, my heart is going out to you, group 2. It's so hard. I've been there. I've been there. I've been in this place of feeling so alone, and that is such a hard energy to get out of, because it can get you too in your head, and it can, you know, these feelings of loneliness do happen at night, right? And when you go out during the day, you put on this brave face and you tell yourself, oh, I'm fine. But then when the night comes, that's when that's when the feelings of being alone happen. And this is so true though. And the hope is living inside of you. As soon as you start focusing on everything that you have and all the blessings that God has given you and all the people that are in your life, even if it's your noisy neighbor who maybe occasionally, waves at you or something, and that's kind of nice. Whatever that is for you, it's just, even if you don't really like that neighbor, just saying, thank you that I have the people that are around me. Thank you for them. I do hope that this message resonated with you. I hope that it was healing for you. If you did like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, share it with friends, comment below, let me know what you're thinking, feeling, maybe your action steps that you want to take. Let me know what you're grateful for. I would love to hear that. I would love to know what you're grateful for. Please put it in the comments below. Also, if you like to see more of my content, please subscribe and hit that notification bell for my most recent videos. And you can follow me on Instagram for daily mindful messages and love reading, doing better, daily draw. So what am I doing well at? What do I need to do better at? I think I'll start doing that on Instagram only though. So you can follow me. All the information is in the link in the description box below. Group 2, I do wish you all the very best, all positivity and love going your way. I hope that you have a beautiful and abundant day. Thank you. Hello, Group 3. Welcome to your health and healing reading. You have chosen the original Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck with the Rebecca Campbell's Work Your Light Oracle deck. On top of this, we have the Iceland spar, also called the optical calcite. This stone is the stone of the mind. It is used to increase flow of energy throughout your subtle bodies. Oops, excuse me. And it brings clarity and amplifies intentions. So we'll see if any of that comes through in your reading today. Maybe you're feeling like you might need some of this stone's energy. This stone could be a reading in and of itself for you if you're feeling like maybe you need to increase the flow of your energy in your body or what have you. So we'll see if any of that comes up in the cards. Let's go ahead and jump into your reading. We're going to pull 6 cards. We'll pull 3 cards and then we'll pull clarifiers, so 6 or more cards. And then we'll finish with a final message from the Rebecca Campbell Work Your Light Oracle deck. Okay, let's jump right in. Holy Spirit, angel messengers, my spirit guides and high vibrational ancestors, ascended masters, what does Group 3 need to know about their health? What do they need to know about any healing work that they need to do? What healing messages and health messages do you have for Group 3 today? Thank you so very much. We have the King of Wands. Also, I don't take reversals unless I feel very called to do that. If I feel very strongly in my gut that I need to take a reverse card, I will. Otherwise, I read in the upright. The King of Wands is going into your mental health position. Next position we have is your emotional health. What messages does the Group 3 need to know about their emotional health, please? Thank you so much. What messages do you have for Group 3 about their emotional life, their emotional health? What messages do you have? Oh, whoa, okay. I think this was an accident. I will take this card though. We have the 10 of Cups. Very nice. Okay, this is your physical body. That's the King of Pentacles. Okay, 2 Kings and a 10 of Cups. Wow. Let's get some clarifying cards and get a little bit deeper into this reading. The King of Wands is it's a fire energy. This is a card of, going for what you want, being the master of your creativity, the master of action, the master at, attaining goals or charging after your goals and getting what you want. Also master of harnessing energy, being able to know when to expend energy and when to reserve energy. The 10 of Cups is this beautiful, beautiful card, especially coming up in your emotions. It's like 10 of Cups cards are all about emotions anyway, right? Cups cards are about just, emotions and, deep feelings. It can be about intuition, and it's like all 10 of your cups are full. This is the beautiful, abundant happy, loving life card. So for this to come up in your emotions right now, it's really wonderful. And then we have the King of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles is the master of sound investments, an abundant card, someone who's a wonderful businessman or woman, someone who is, very wise in their steps. They do things in a very decided, thought out, practical way. And this is coming out in your physical bodies card. So Pentacles are also about, being about nurturing, about being grounded and rooted into the earth. So this could really, I'm envisioning like the root chakras right now. And with the King of Wands coming out into in your mental health space, I feel like you may be thinking about your, creative passions. You could be thinking about love as well, getting this like fiery, passionate kind of sensual sort of energy too. So maybe that's going on. Let's get some clarifying cards and see what comes out. Can you please clarify the King of Wands for me? Okay. We have the Wounded Warrior card. Okay. This is the Nine of Wands. Another fire energy. The fire energy is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So you could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You could be thinking about an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or not. Just something to think about. Can you please clarify the Nine of Wands for me? What healing messages do you have for Group 3 psychological mental health position? What healing messages do you have? Can you please clarify the Nine of Wands for me? I prefer jumping cards. Whoop. Okay, there we go. The Moon. Okay. Can you please clarify the Ten of Cups for me? Can you please give me a deeper insight into the Ten of Cups for Group 3? Okay. Oh, the Six of Cups. We have the Six of Cups, the Emperor, the King of Swords. Ooh, and the Three of Swords. Wasn't expecting that Three of Swords. Okay. And the Six of Cups here. Okay. Thank you so much. Can you please clarify the King of Pentacles for me in the physical body position? Can you please clarify the King of Pentacles for Group 3? Healing messages for Group 3's physical body. Okay. Can you please clarify the Five of Swords for me? Can you please clarify the Five of Swords for me? Can you please clarify the Five of Swords for me? Thank you so much. Can you please clarify the Five of Swords for me? For Group 3, physical body. Yeah, I prefer jumping cards, but if the cards aren't talking, sometimes I'll just take, intuitively, I'll take a card. Okay, here we go. Thank you so very much. We have the Five of Swords, the Page of Wands, the Nine of Swords, and the Lover's card. Starting with your mind, your mental health, what you're thinking about. We have two fire energies, and then on top of that we have the Moon card. The Moon card is a card of Pisces. You could be a Pisces, you could be thinking about a Pisces, or you could be, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Again, you don't have to be, that's just the energy that's here, fire and water. I feel like there's confidence here with this King of Wands. It's like you have been, and male or female, it doesn't matter. But it's like you have been okay. Okay. I feel okay. Sorry, just getting a sense for what's on the table here. It's as if you have been this wounded warrior before. The Knight of Wands, or the Nine of Wands rather, is all about, you've gone through the battle. You've gone through, you've been the warrior. You are the warrior. You're standing there, ready to defend your position. You're ready to fight in a battle if you need to. You may be wounded, but you're not down. Like, you have the intelligence, you have the skills, you have the strength to defend your position and to win, to overcome if you need to. If someone's coming at you, you have the strength to do that, to defend yourself adequately, skillfully. It's like this, I feel like this King of Wands has been through this position, has graduated from this position, and is able to, if necessary, defend, get back into the battlefield. It's like, yeah, I might be the king, but I'm not afraid to get my hands dirty if I need to. Like, I'm not afraid to be on the front line. And because this is in your mental space, it's like with the Moon card here, the Moon card is about things not appearing as they, not being what they seem. This can be a nightmare card. This can be a card of illusions. Imagine actually being outside in a forest and it's nighttime and there's this big, beautiful, bright moon, and so you can see, but it's still very shadowy. You can't see as clearly as you could when the sun's out, and everything's very, very clear. There's not all those shadows kind of lurking in spaces that you have to sort of give a double take, like, whoa, what was that, right? But we have this moon here, so it's like, if there's some kind of fear or some kind of confusion in your mental headspace of like, what is, you're not really certain about what the future holds. You're not really certain what's coming down the path for you. You might be thinking about something that you are unclear about, and you're looking in the direction of it. So it's like, I know that something's coming along. I'm not sure how it's going to shake out, or I have some confusion about the current situation that I'm in, but I'm not afraid of it. This doesn't terrify me, even though it can be a nightmare card. It's like, this doesn't, or a card that represents fear, it doesn't scare this king, because the king is prepared to, battle out with any confusion that's there. With this fire energy, it's like willingness to take it on. I'm thinking like fire and water creates steam. Steam makes me think of passion, right? Something being steamy. I mean, you could be thinking about a water sign. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Again, this is a card of Pisces. Maybe this Pisces is like confusing to you and you're not really sure. Maybe there's some kind of passionate interest there, or maybe it's, even an interest in, in a creative interest. And you're dealing with the water sign and you're like, I'm very confused about this water energy. I don't live in that water energy. I'm living in this fire energy. But it could be a good thing. I mean, if we're talking about two different people here, you might be in a defensive position in your mind, but when you actually come together, because you're unclear about this, but when you actually come together and work together, the meeting of minds can create this really passionate, steamy project, or music or art or, business, whatever that is. So take it as it resonates, right? Because this is for many different people, so it can unfold in many, many, many different ways. So we're looking here at your emotions, right? So foundational card, we have the 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups is this beautiful card of love. And it's like you went through a heartbreak of some kind. We have the Emperor and the King of Swords here. Male or female energy, it doesn't matter. The Emperor, it represents more masculine energy, but it doesn't have to be male gender. King, masculine energy, doesn't have to be male gender. The Emperor is about control. It's about being this very practical father, nurturing, but practical, very grounded, very in control, very measured, very wise about business, very wise about investing. This Emperor will give you sound advice if you come to them about any kind of problem about, land investments or, any type of financial investments, any type of business. Really wonderful fatherly advice as well. Very grounded, very in control, very powerful. And the King of Swords is all about seeing clearly, clear insight, clear communication, doesn't take any kind of BS from people. If you come at this king with lies, this king will be able to see right through it. It's just this very highly intuitive, very insightful, very clear-minded, intelligent, eloquent energy here. And we have the Six of Cups that's sitting on top of this. I feel like these are two people. The Emperor is a card of Aries. The King of Swords could be Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. So an air sign. Card of Aries, the Emperor, fire sign. So you could have been dealing with these two different people. In your emotions, there was some kind of, I almost feel like this is a bit of a love reading. It's like you're maybe thinking about a passionate connection. A lot of masculine energy here. A lot of masculine energy. But then again, weighted water, yeah. Sorry, just bear with me. I'm just trying to really piece this together, because it does feel like you're dealing with some kind of heartbreak, that you've had to go through some kind of heartbreak. And the Six of Cups is a card of nostalgia, um, thinking about your childhood, thinking about, the people that you love, your family, your school friends, just your past, and good times in your past, and feeling very nostalgic about that. It could represent, an upcoming like reunion of some kind, if it's a high school reunion or a family reunion, or that's making you think about that. It could also represent that. You could be thinking about the good times that you've had in this past relationship, but it brought you heartache, and it's like you are feeling like you're in a good emotional space now, though. It's like you've healed from this heartache, and you might be thinking about, this is in your place of emotions. So you could be feeling about feeling these past emotions might be coming up for you as it relates to some kind of past heartbreak. And the reason why these emotions are coming back up for you is because there could be someone new that you're thinking about, that you have some confusion with, and you don't want to go through this heartbreak again, because you're feeling really good right now in your body. Like, you're really excited, you're really happy, you feel really loving and, abundant. And it's like you're both of these fire energies are looking at this card like, what's up with this card? What's up with this? So I feel like group 3, you might be focused on a love relationship in your mind and body right now, and your emotions. What does your body say? Your body here is very grounded, very, like, I'm getting just this very strong, again, we have another king, very masculine energy. Very grounded, very strong, very, healthy and nurtured and robust in your body. I'm getting a past energy. We have this Knight. I know I like to move the cards around. It's a little bit of my OCD in me. So I apologize if it's bothering you. I'll get them to a place, but I can't help it. It's just how I like to read. So we have the King of Pentacles, we have the Five of Swords, we have the Page of Wands, we have the Nine of Swords, and we have the Lover's card. Yeah, love is what's going on right now. You're in your body, it's like, it's as if you've had to heal. You're healthy and you're feeling strong right now because you've had to heal. The Lover's card is a card of Gemini. So you could be dealing with a Gemini. You could be a Gemini yourself. You don't have to be. The Lover's card is also a card of choice. So it could be about making a choice. But also, this angel is Archangel Raphael. Archangel Raphael is the angel of healing and overcoming obstacles. So and let me just explain each card, and then I'll tell you how I'm linking them together. The Nine of Swords is a card of nightmares, similar to the Moon card. The Moon card is more about fears and illusions and maybe not seeing things clearly. It can be a card about creative ideas, new ideas, but very abstract thoughts. Like, if you think of any sort of creative ideas. I think of, as it relates to the moon card, I think of Picasso, right? Like, what is that? Oh, that's cool. What am I looking at? Kind of that energy. The Nine of Swords is definitely a nightmare card, a card of depression, a card of, being in your head, keeping yourself up at night, card of regret and remorse and just like all those icky feelings, the things that keep us up at night, that keep our brain going. We're in our heads, it's about stinking thinking. The Page of Wands is this very great young energy that's like passionate, ready to take on the world with new ideas, with creative energy, with passion for whatever they're going after. It's young, it's fresh, it's bright-eyed, and it's very energetic, very like robust energy, very exciting to be around. Someone who's a bit naive to the world, but ready to take action. It could also be news of some kind of creative information that's coming your way, news of a relationship or news of some kind of passionate connection, or news of action. And then the Five of Swords is a card of an empty victory. The sore winner, winning at all cost, no matter what you lose. Hi, group 3. I'm so sorry. My camera stopped recording, so I just needed to take a pause really fast. Where we left off, I was describing the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is this energy of winning at all costs, no matter what bridges you burn along the way. Winning at all costs, if you see something, it's like you just want it, and you're not paying attention to the people that you may hurt along the way. And I feel like this message is certainly about love and about this need. So this card, the Lover's card, is, and forgive me if I've already said this, but we have the Archangel Raphael here, and the Archangel Raphael is about is the angel of healing and of overcoming obstacles. And I feel like these cards are laid out here for you basically as a reminder of what you've been through in the past with this love connection that's over here. It's like you've had to go through this healing process to get to this really strong, healthy, balanced, place that you're in your body. The thoughts that you were having at night were affecting your physical body. It was affecting your sleep. It was keeping you up at night. It was as if the connection that you had in the past, it was like this very, hopeful, young, naive, innocent, excited, passionate energy as it relates to this past connection. But you lost something. And whether that was you or this other person, it was like perhaps this other person did something and was willing to lose this loving relationship with you so that they could gain something, so that they could get something. They lost sight of what was truly important, and that is you. That is your loving energy, what you bring to the table. And and it affected you, and it's like this card, this Lover's card, is coming up to remind you of all the healing work that you had to do in your mind so that you could sleep, so that you could be well rested, and that you could build to this really sound, grounded, healthy place that you're at now. And it's like we have this, we have these two cards, the King of Wands and the Nine of Wands. Like, looking back, I do feel like this is about love. Like, it's like something to do with a past relationship. A love relationship is affecting your health, your mental health, your emotional well-being, your physical well-being. And it's like you're really healthy right now, but something or someone has come back into your world that's causing some kind of confusion, even some fear about, reminding you of those feelings that you've had and the fear of not wanting to go back to this. But you might be feeling nostalgic as well about, the fun times that you've had together. But it broke your heart, right? It broke your heart. And you're ready to defend yourself. You're ready to be like, I don't know what you're doing here. I'm surprised that you even showed up here in this picture again. What do you want? Like, it's very kind of like checking this energy out, being like, what's happening? Let's go ahead and get clarification cards on the, can I please have a clarifying card for the moon? Holy Spirit, angel messengers, spirit guides, can I please have a clarification card for the moon for group 3? Healing messages for their mind. Please clarify the moon card for me. Okay, wow. Yeah, we have death. Death and the Fool just popped out. So it's like, that's beautiful. We have death, which is really about the phoenix rising from the ashes, right? It's about death and rebirth. It's like everything comes to a close and it's time for a new chapter. The Fool card is the card 0. It's about starting a new journey, taking the leap of faith into something new, even if you don't know what's in front of you or what's ahead of you. Whatever this was in the past that might be coming back or or that you're thinking about, it died. It's no longer serving you because you've elevated your life past that. You've gone to the next level. You've leveled up and you're ready to stay in this 10 of Cups energy. And whoever can't come along with you on this new journey is not worthwhile, is not worth being in your space. Anyone that is going to cause this kind of heartbreak is going to take you back into this 9 of Swords energy where you're up at night, where it's causing you sleepless nights and it's like wrecking your head, and you're past that. You've learned those lessons and you're strong and you're capable of battling out if you need to. You've ascended to this, king level, but you're not afraid to get your hands dirty and like combat this fear, combat this confusion of this person that may be coming in from the past, because that's long gone. That's dead and over. You've healed from that broken heart and you are the Fool, blissfully happy to be in this new wonderful energy, ready for new relationships, ready for new experiences, ready for wonderful thoughts and ideas and opportunities of new love. And it's like your mind is ready to take and continue taking these new steps, to have new ideas, to trust that trusting that you're good, trusting that you are where you're at now and what you've been moving towards, whatever that is good, and that this past energy, it needs to stay in the past because it's not going to serve you because you've ascended past that. I do hope that this message resonated with you. Let's go ahead and get a final message from the Rebecca Campbell's Work Your Light Oracle deck. Can we please have one final message, one final healing message for group 3? Can we please have one final healing message for group 3? Thank you so much. Holy Spirit, angel messengers, high vibrational ancestors, ascended masters, and spirit guides, do you have one final healing message for group 3, please? Thank you so much. Okay, it's kind of quite a lot of cards here, but I'm going to take them. We have the inner temple, devotion. Tune in to the portal of your heart. Wait, postpone, pause, say no. Say yes. Just say yes. I swear I've shuffled this card so many times, so the fact that these both came out next to each other is interesting. Get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. And soul family. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. That's lovely. I'm actually going to pick these up as I go again. So on top of all of this, right, we'll get the foundation. Again, I'm sorry, I get a little bit funny with where the card placement is, so I really hope it's not bothering you. At the very top, we have the inner temple. Devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. And then the foundational card, oracle card that we had here is the soul family. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. This foundational card is reminding me of this lover's energy of the Archangel Raphael coming in to help heal the lovers, help, heal. You'll see here the lovers actually aren't holding hands. They're not touching. They're separated. They're on different sides of this card. And I'm thinking here that the Archangel Raphael had to heal the broken hearts of these past lovers. And it's like, call in your soul family, call in your angels to help you move past this heartbreak. I mean, it's like you have, but reminiscing on it, it's not helping. It's kind of bringing back all of these memories and all of these feelings, and it might be causing you some mental confusion, certainly, maybe some emotional confusion here, and it's disrupting this beautiful energy that you've been in and that you are living in. And so call in your soul family and your spirit guides, your angels, to help you remain in this strong place that you're in. And on top of this, I like to see what is bookending the reading, right? Because I feel like those are very strong, important cards to really look at. It says the inner temple, devotion, tune in to the portal of your heart. And this is just about sinking in, listening to God, listening to your higher self, quieting your mind, allowing yourself to really trust your intuition and trust your heart, because your heart knows. Your heart doesn't want to experience this heartbreak anymore. You know the pain that happened in the past. You know that feeling, and you want to live in this beautiful Ten of Cups loving energy. So drop in and really pay attention to what's most important, what your heart is really calling you towards. We have the wait, postpone, and the just say yes. And although these cards can seem very contradictory, of course, I feel as though this is a reminder of this, right? Inner devotion, tune into the portal of your heart, just pausing, postpone, just take a breath, take some rest, take time to be with yourself, say no to the people that are, this is a card of family and friends and love and, bliss and being around the people that you love, loving on those people, them loving on you. But I feel like you're being called to maybe step back, be in this energy, of course, this Ten of Cups energy, but take some time for yourself. You may be, busy entertaining, busy socializing, and it's like this is saying, okay, well, let's just postpone, say no to the invitations to go out with friends, or to visit with friends at their house, right? Because everyone's still, to some extent, everything's still kind of closed. say no to these invitations so that you can be with yourself and tap into this your inner heart, your inner knowing, and say yes to your inner knowing, to your intuition. Say yes to what your heart's desire. Say yes to what you know to be true. Say yes to the future. Say yes to this. Say yes to your enlightenment and your new journey. Continue along your path and leave this, death energy in the past, this confusion energy. Leave that behind you. Leave all this heartbreak behind you and say yes to your future. And this is saying get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitives connect with nature. And, again, this is just connecting back to, tune into the portal of your heart. Take that time, meditate, go outside, be in nature. If you're lucky enough to be around beautiful, parks and, maybe go on a hike, go to a body of water, a lake, a river, a ocean, a beach. Get out in nature, whatever that is. Even just, going into your backyard and just like laying in the sun and feeling the sun on your face and, the earth on your bare feet. Or just sitting down to root your root chakra, your sits bones, if you're into yoga. Just get rooted into the ground and do some meditation to tap into that, your inner space, and call in your soul tribe. I do hope that these messages resonated with you. I'm going to go ahead and set these cards down. I want to lay them out. Foundational card at the top. And we had in this order. No, in this order. I apologize. You know what to do. You know what to do. I hope that these messages resonated with you. If they did and you liked it, please give this video a big thumbs up. Comment below about what you're planning to do to heal yourself, what what you're excited about for the future. Share this with friends. Also, if you'd like to see more of my content, please subscribe and hit that notification bell for my most recent videos. And you can also follow me on Instagram for daily mindful messages. And I do draw one card love readings. I'm also thinking about doing a 2-card spread every day for this is what I'm doing well at, this is what I can be doing better at. So check me out there. I'm only doing that on Instagram. The link is in the description box below. Also, I post new videos every Monday and Thursday. I hope that you have a beautiful and abundant day, Group 3. Thank you so much for your time and for being here with me.